very rainy day. Very fitting for the season. I feel like it hasn't been like this around Halloween in years. At least not where I live. You're going to do Sagittarius November read for the divine masculine, divine feminine energies. This reading can benefit all, regardless of whether or not you are on a twin flame journey or even have a partner. This can apply to inner union as well as outer union. Final message first for Sagittarius. I'm hearing the inner union is a big one for this. Not really outer union. Peeling back the layers, stepping it up. I think that's it. This is how you have been. Very, not just protecting your nest, but kind of in a protective, like a vigilant state. The kind of state where somebody who feels they've need to be on the defensive, like what do you call it when somebody who has PTSD and they're like super aware of like what's going around? That's called hyper-vigilance. You're not really like protecting yourself spiritually. It's very much a superficial kind of like a very strong self-preservation, self-protection, but not really deep nonetheless. Right, like I said, you're very strong right now in your defenses. Getting more channel message was really for inner union and giving to yourself. Not selfish, just kind of like a self-care feeling. Really thinking about like what you can change. What you can change, what you have control over, or kind of just, actually leaving it up to destiny. Giving yourself attention, but leaving the rest up to chance, the rest up to destiny. Not really trying to control outside of yourself. Learning to control what you can by paying attention to yourself instead of external factors. And really that's so you have things that you have wishes that you want, things that you want to happen in your life, but you're not really, you're keeping it to yourself. Anything else about the moon? Anything else about the wish granted? You're not really sure which direction you're going to go next, but you're keeping it, you're just trying to control what you can in the situation, and you know that there are certain things that you can't control. New beginnings. You're looking forward to new beginnings. Perhaps with a Son of Pentacles. There is a person. I'm reading that as a person. But as it is now, self-care. Yeah, definitely a person. Eventually. But that's not what your focus is for the month of November. Breaking down, you know that you have other challenges and other barriers that you need to address in order to, you have things that you need to protect yourself from. You have to keep your house in order. You have to keep your castle in order, your temple, right? If there are challenges with this other person, how are you going to solve that if you don't solve your own? This card has been coming up routinely for the last month as the Divine Masculine swooping in with a message. But this all comes after your own self-care. Mental, physical, spiritual self-care. You got Ace of Cups. Emotional message. Again, there's that message. Preparation. Overcoming. Overcoming this self-sabotage in the third-party situations. End to that. Hierophant also has union energy. We have Divine Masculine coming correct with the stepping into the role, having integrity, stepping into the role of Emperor. Really sticking by, being upstanding, sticking by the Hierophant energy, like morally on the up and up. Can I get a single card? Is that it? Can I get one more single card? With this masculine energy, they're coming in, but you're not sure, if you should trust it. There's a lot of force behind it, but it's not in the energy of the one would expect an energy that fosters trust. And I don't know why. How can someone function like that? I'm not getting that there's a lot of peace between the two of you. Or trust. And I don't know, I guess the Divine Masculine thinks that some bold action is enough to get somebody to trust them, but what else has the masculine done in order to get you to trust him? It's pretty immature. It's immature energy. I don't blame the divine feminine for being in a Mother of Wands energy. What can you do against immature energy like that? And I'm kind of getting the sense that the Divine Feminine is sick of it. Like, they don't want to have to be in this immature energy. This, like, drama, this conflict, in order to feel, for like, the connection to feel like it has deep meaning. Because it doesn't. Yeah, they want Divine Feminine wants the world. They want everything. They want all of the emotions. And you can't just charge in and get trust. You know, maybe the Divine Masculine even said that they felt that you didn't trust them. But what did they do to remedy that? Like, instead of, like, making it better, they made it worse. They think that they're this knight in shining armor, but they're just a fumbler. So I would recommend where is the foundation? Do they not want to do the hard work? Mother of Swords, kind of like stillness, all-seeing, caught, like, making, like, her actions are well thought out. Eight of Pentacles, craftsman, making plans that require long-term. She's, you know, setting up her web so that later on she can reap her rewards. And the Divine Masculine is gonna, like, freaking charge in and just wreck the web. And that is the energy that she aims for. A peaceful home life. She doesn't need this, like, I just saw him. Father of Wands is not the energy. She's like, you've done that. You've already been that energy. When are you going to match my energy? So anyway, month of November, Sagittarius, self-care. Kind of just not dealing with it. Not putting up with BS. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.